We were barely out of the door before we swapped over to the choke collar because he immediately caught scent of something. Happy Thanksgiving. Hopefully we always have gratitude in our heart because there's always something for which to be grateful for. And whatever you look for, you find it. A couple of robins. But we are, let's see, I think it's 30 degrees this morning. Supposed to have an overcast day with a high of 50. So just about good location, buddy. Good spot. Perfect Thanksgiving Day weather. Should be safe enough. The roads are pretty dry. They should be totally dry before long. Safe travel for everybody, I hope, if they're traveling. And it's that time of year. Make sure to always, absolutely always, have water, blankets in your vehicle. In this area, this is I joke about it being a rural state, but that's because it really is. I grew up in a rural state where you're either in town or you're a distance away from, you're likely some distance away from any habitation. So if you break down, you're going to have to walk somewhere. And or if your vehicle's taken out by deer, a million and one things can happen, or your car just turns off while you're driving along. And gonna be walking, so yeah, driving in flip-flops is fine, but having other shoes in the car is always a good idea. And I remembered that yesterday about my I have another pair of Merrell boots and I hadn't been able to figure out where they are. I think they're in my Jeep because I always kept extra shoes just in case. Come on. So we get back, I'm going to start toasting walnuts. Hold on. Okay. Start toasting walnuts for the fruit salad. Fruit salad in name only. And I rarely use a hand mixer. Very rarely ever use a hand mixer. It's just that, I have like these two food prep tables. And one of them holds my appliances, sans the microwave because it's in another room because I use it for a lot of things. And so I was like, well, the only thing that I've used the mixer for is there are some low shear lotions that I make. And you can't do those with a stick blender. They're low shear. Come on. And I bought a hand mixer for my mixing room for that reason. Only used it a handful of times because Retamulse is not my favorite emulsifier, even though it does produce an anionic, wonderful lotion. It can be really picky, and one of the things that I learned the hard way was it's very temperature picky, but also learning that it is shear picky, which I had not run into that up until I started using Retamulse. It was on sale. And anyway, so that prompted the purchase of having a hand mixer at all. And the only thing that I need to do is whip some cream. So anyway, I think ultimately I'm just going to bring the mixer out to my food prep table, which it's kind of hilarious. I'm far more lenient with my food preparation equipment than I am with. He's got a nice little cubby hole. There goes, yeah, there goes the squirrel. He's a little guy. Hey, good job, good job. Hey, bravo. No hunt, no hunt, no hunt, no hunt. Okay, you did a good job. Now let's go. Let's go. Yeah, I saw it. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Speaking of hunting squirrel, I was looking, come on now, looking up seasons for my uncle, and we were comparing our deer season with deer season where most of my family is, which I knew was long, and I was pretty sure this one was short. Well, whenever I say deer season, I'm talking about rifle, rifle buck season, I guess. Anyway, it's only a couple of weeks. The state that I'm from, it's 3 months, I think. But anyway, so while I was looking at seasons, I got tickled because there's a squirrel season here. Okay, not that there's anything odd, weird, unusual, whatever about that. And because I don't know, I've never paid attention. I barely have ever paid attention to any other seasons. But anyway. And I got tickled whenever I was talking to my uncle about there being a squirrel season. And he was like, what's so funny? You know, he said, squirrel's good. And I was like, here's the thing, my dearest uncle. If I am out hunting squirrel, that means that things are in such a state that I guarantee you the last thing I'm worried about is a license or the season or anything else. And if somebody was to come and confront me to stop me, I'd likely be willing to eat them too. What in the world are you doing, buddy? You must have really smelled something. Okay, come on. Your little feet are going to be so frozen. Come on. Come on. Get up out of there. Come on. Come on. Bravo. Now. Come on. No. Come on. You're getting too wet. I know. That was pretty steep. Come on. Let's go. No, frozen footsies. So, yeah, whether or not there's a season for some things, if I'm out hunting it, it's not going to matter that there's a season because there's already been a zombie apocalypse and it's irrelevant. So I guess I would be thinking of a game warden as either, you know, and that, things have gone to hell like that. You're here to help me to survive, either by giving me some guidance and us teaming up, or by making a donation of your body. Nope, leave it alone. Nope. Whoa, brake lights. And last night, well, yesterday during the day, I started going through, I've accumulated a lot of knitting bags. And over the years. And then I would just either upgrade, think I had something that was a better organizer, whatever. And so I was going through them yesterday, and I ran across a new pair, still in the package, of sock needles that are my favorites. They're a size 0, US 0, size 0. So they're very small. They're oddies, but they are, they have the old gold cord, which they all, I think all of them now, I don't know, have the blue cords now, which are great. They're wonderful. But those over here, those gold cords are so pliable, and I loved them. And so anyway, and I saw those. I took those suckers out of the package and had them set up at my work area. I had them sitting out because I was sitting and I was knitting on something else. I was knitting on the Sunday sweater. But I had those needles sitting there out of the package so that I can put them into my circular needle organizer, because I have this very few organizers. Whenever it comes to needle organizers, have I found that are practical, useful, whatever. And I have one fabric one that folds up. It's 4 circular needles. Anyway, and that's a good spot, Bravo. It folds up, and then it's all cloth, folds up and ties. It's like a trifold. Anyway, it's just fantastic. Love it. Well, it was out of reach, I thought. So anyway, so I had set this pair of needles in my line of sight. And until I could grab my needle organizer the next time I got up to put them in. Evidently, I looked at those needles enough while I was knitting that they cast a spell on me. And it was like, I don't have a pair of socks on needles right now, which is not common for me. I usually have neat socks going no matter what. And so rather than get up and look for my needle organizer, I got up to grab some yarn. And so yeah, I cast on some socks last night with those 0 needles. Okay, come on. And I do love making socks. I love it all. This is a self-striping yarn. It's Indulgence. Oh. Oh, it's self-striping, and I see now, because you really, I didn't remember the picture, because I just bought the yarn on sale not too long ago, and it was a very good sale, and it was very hard for me to buy sock yarn because I have so much sock yarn, but it's also hard for me to not buy sock yarn. But anyway, and so yeah, got those cast on, and it's Indulgence. I think it's KFI Knitting Fever ink. Indulgence. I think it's from the KFI line, but anyway, and organic merino, I think. But anyway, so far, the toe's finished, and I just started thinking I'm going to put a little cable, try to make a little flat cable going up the center of each sock on the top. And I'm making it sizable. I think it's 6, maybe, yeah, I think it's 6 stitches wide. But it has to be of some size because with that self-striping yarn, and a lot of it's quite dark. It's mostly dark. Hold on. Just hold on. Stay still. Come on. It needs to be a larger cable for it to even be visible. So yeah. Oh, he didn't get up. You gonna get up there? Okay. Yeah, I don't think we've ever done that before. There is something in the creek that sure has your attention today. Well, I know Mama Dog was around yesterday. Come on. Let's go. Had a customer in the shop and she went, oh my goodness, there's a dog trying to cross the road. And whenever I looked out, I saw it was Mama Dog. And we have, there's a lot of people in town visiting family for the holidays, so a bit more traffic, plus people making trips to the store for all the things for dinner that they forgot. Anyway, more traffic than usual yesterday. And, everybody's decided, they're in a rush and nobody else is important. So anyway, I saw her over. She was on the same side of the road as I was. And I watched her watch the road. However, I also saw that there was a pickup coming. Come on now. There was a pickup coming that was coming very fast, and it was quite a distance away. And so I just stepped in the damn lane. I just stepped and stood in the middle of the eastbound lane because she was east of me by about 20 feet, waiting to cross. And it's like, well, somebody might get hit, but it'll be me before I stand by and watch her get hit by dumbasses not caring about anybody else. So anyway, and then I kept an eye out, and didn't see her again for the rest of the day. But I did take a couple of bags of dog food in baggies to the other side of the street. An hour or so later, after my company had gone, because my friend's pretty sure she has pups again, and that she had taken food to the pups. So I thought she could tear into the bag, see what it is, eat it, or she could carry, it shouldn't be too hard for her to carry a bag back to the pups if she needed to. So I haven't checked to see if anything, might just be coons or something. That's fine too. Whatever. But I would like for her to get some good food every now and then if she can. I say that, but I feel pretty comfortable in saying that the raw meat that my friend puts out is far better for her than any kind of dog food. Okay, come on, let's go. But it might be easier and certainly should be less prone to any kind of rancidity. Just hope I never see her hit. Because if I ever see her hit, then I'm going to have to go looking for cops and cry forever. Not forever, but long enough. Come on. There's nothing for you. Oh, good. Nothing in the parking lot. No, come on. Heel. Thank you. No. Yeah, I am definitely glad we put the choke collar on this morning. From the get-go. So looking forward to just fellowship and warm hearts and kindness and laughing and all the good things that Thanksgiving can be. Stay away from that ding-dong bush. I just got the burrs out of that. Yeah, go around the other side. Get seeds on you or something. You don't need to get around the burr bush. Boy, that one plant's just doing a little dance. Okay. Well, it's very cute. Smudge, the white cat, has figured out how, because I lay blankets, like making a little tent, I lay blankets across the back of, it's like a little lean-to, blanket lean-to, going from the back of the sofa or love seat down to the front of the front of the cushion. And Smudge has figured out what those are. And she surprised me yesterday. I went to straighten up one of the blankets and there was a cat all bundled up in there. And then I saw her this morning after Bravo was over, sitting with me. And I've watched her climb into the one he had slept in overnight. It was probably still toasty warm. Because I usually turn the other blankets. I only turn on the blankets as I use them. I used to leave them all on. And in my whole conservation thing, I only turn on the ones I'm using at the time. Jungle bird. So yeah, may we all remember gratitude, have some extra food. I plan to, if I have the opportunity, get some leftovers. I think if I get a plate of leftovers, I'll be bringing them to someone that I believe is alone today. Bravo, get over here. Thank you. I'll remember to be grateful for my brat, spoiled dog, and his eye boogers.